Some stories from the Battle of Britain are well known, others remain hidden for decades. This is the story of one young pilot, Sergeant John Joseph Brimble, a man who gave his life during Britain's darkest hour, and who now rests in two different cemeteries, a rare, almost unheard of legacy of war. John Joseph Brimble was born on the 25th of November 1915 in Knowle, Bristol, the son of William and Emily Brimble. In 1938, as tension rose across Europe, John joined the Royal Air Force Volunteer Reserve. A year later, on the 1st of September 1939, the day war began, he was called up for full-time service. He trained as a fighter pilot and was posted to No. 4 Ferry Pilot Pool on the 16th of May 1940, before being sent to 7-3 Squadron in France on the 31st of May. But the war was about to come home. That summer, Britain stood alone. From July 1940, the Luftwaffe launched their campaign, as we now call the Battle of Britain. The attempt to crush the RAF and clear the way for an invasion. For the young fighter pilots, many barely out of training, everything changed. This was no longer a distant war. This was personal, defending their own families, their own towns, and their own country. John Brimble was one of them. On the 14th of September 1940, John climbed into Hurricane P2542 and took off to intercept an approaching enemy formation. Somewhere over Kent, his aircraft was attacked and shot down. He crashed at Parkhouse Farm, Chart Sutton, near Maidstone. But here is where the tragedy deepens. The aircraft was not identified at the time. Only partial remains were recovered. Those remains were buried at Bell Road Cemetery, Sittingbourne, marked simply as an unknown airman. John's parents received a telegram no family ever wanted to see, missing in action, but with no confirmation, no grave, no answers. That is how it stayed for decades. In 1953, the Runnymede Memorial was unveiled, a place for RAF airmen with no known grave. Among the thousands of names carved into the stone was Sergeant John Joseph Brimble, aged 23. For many years, that was all anyone knew. 40 years later, in 1980, an excavation team began investigating the crash site. What they found stunned everyone: the wreck of Hurricane P2542, and within the cockpit, more substantial human remains, clearly belonging to John Brimble. After 40 years, he had finally been found. His parents, however, had long since passed away. They died never knowing what truly happened to their son, never knowing what answers would one day be found. The only surviving close relative was his brother, Donald William Brimble, himself a Second World War RAF veteran. After consultation with the Commonwealth War Graves Commission, a decision was made. The original grave, the unknown airman, would remain undisturbed and would continue to honour the first remains recovered in 1940. A second burial would be created for the remains recovered in 1980, and so, on the 16th of October 1980, with his brother, Donald present, Sergeant John Joseph Brimble was laid to rest at Brookwood Military Cemetery. His headstone bears the words chosen by his brother, one of the few and one of the many who gave for us their very best. John Brimble became something extraordinary rare, possibly unique among wartime RAF airmen, a man buried in two Commonwealth war graves, each holding part of his story. John Brimble was just 23, one of the few who defended Britain in its darkest hour, a young man who who fought with courage, vanished without trace, and whose true fate remained unknown for 40 long years. Today, he's remembered at Sittingbourne and at Brookwood and at Runnymede. 3 memorials, 2 graves, 1 life of courage. Thank you for watching, and thank you for remembering. Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Every comment helps keep these stories alive, lest we forget. If you like listening to the stories of the history of those who came before, then please give the video a like and subscribe to keep updated about future videos of the history of those who came before.